Oh, we're live. Now we're live. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Why is the only thing that Alex Kurtzman and the writing staff and everyone involved in Star Trek, why is it so that they've only seen Star Trek Nemesis? Hello and welcome to the Fantasmagorium show proudly presents Set to Stun, a Star Trek podcast show. I am your host, Scotty, and this is impromptu. And by impromptu, I mean it's something that I enjoy doing after every episode of Star Trek that I want to watch. I like talking about it. It's fun. You don't see a lot of these videos around, but there was Delancey, and you can't say no to Delancey. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The reason I made the Nemesis joke in the beginning of the intro, y'all saw it? Great. Thank you for sticking around. The problem is that in Nemesis, when they find B4 and they're all baffled by, and they even specifically say a Soong-like android, and it's like, yeah, no, it's B4. It's like, or maybe it's lore. It's lore. Lore got blowed up, stolen, thrown around the galaxy, whatever. If you had made a lore movie with Star Trek Nemesis, it would have been so good. But no, they made it B4, which was a lamer movie. It would have been so good if Lore and Shinzon had have teamed up instead of B4. Oh, come on. I'm not wrong. So that's what I'm saying in terms of I remembered the name of the episode this time, guys. It's Star Trek Picard Season 2, Episode 2. And the title of the episode is Penance. That will become meaningful, I suppose. Anyway. So... should I just get into it? I should just get into it because it's going to be... I'm going to praise as I go. So buckle in. Because while I didn't like it, obviously with the Nemesis reference, there's a lot in, like, there's no internal continuity whatsoever. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's get into it before I forget it completely. Before the PBR kills the brain cells that are season Picard of 2 Penance. So anyway, there's a brief recap of last week's episode. How do you feel about the recap? I don't think that the recap is necessary in this day and age. I think you've seen it. Like a brief one. Anyway, one of the characters in the recap was not in this week's episode, so thanks for recapping that. Anyway, so there's a recap. We start off right where the last episode ended, and Q is there, and apparently there's like some sort of planetary emergency on this hell planet. You'll remember in the last... Sorry, do you need a recap? You'll remember in the last episode, Picard was taken to the mirror universe, what can only be best described as the mirror universe. And Q is there and he says something along the lines of, welcome to the end of the road less traveled. And it's like, yeah, okay. Well, let's see what happens next week. So anyway, it seems that Q has transported Picard and the crew of the La Serena, not the Stargazer, because Raffi and Elron were on apparently an Excelsior, like the Excelsior. I only remember you last on the Excelsior, which was kind of cool because I didn't realize that had happened. So that's nice. Because jangly keys. I like it when people say Excelsior. So everyone is in. Okay. So Q says to Picard, it's like, welcome to the end of the road not traveled. And apparently it's a fascist dictatorship. There's an elimination day or something. It's like the purge. But no. Elimination day is very specific. But we'll get to that. So Q has brought Picard to the mirror universe, but they never refer to it as such. I'm so caught up on this. I'm so sorry for being a nuisance. But it's like, it is clearly you haven't even said it. Anyway, so then Q leaves and Harvey, Picard's android, valet, synthetic. I don't even know what you call them in the Star Trek universe anymore. Are they synths or are they androids? Synths, I suppose. Or I prefer the term artificial person. So Picard is learned that he becomes he's a colonel, general, more of an infantryman than a naval man. So then we flash over to Annika Hansen, who has never been 7 of 9, not known to anyone in this parallel universe that is not the mirror universe. Heavens no one knows about that. And so she's Annika Hansen, and she's the president of the Confederation of Planets. Okay. But and also when it comes to Star Trek, when it's on the nose, I'm fine with it. I'm just like, I'm chuckling at the on the nose. I'm not against it. I'm not for it because I haven't seen the whole story. This is merely a snickety bicket. Damn it. I'm not supposed to use that word. That's the snickety bicket's words. Now I sound like a Vulcan. Oh, by the way, when we're introduced to Rios via 7 or Annika Hansen, depending on your preference, she is trying to get in touch with Cristobal Rios, everyone's favorite Raul Julia, aside from Raul Julia. But yeah, so he's great. But he's like been transported back onto La Serena. No crew on the ship. Nobody. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Like even La Serena had no crew, but they had holograms. Like, what's going on, guy? Take another couple days, perform the holograms. You could have your own evil holograms. Girardi has one, but we'll get to Girardi later. Sorry, am I allowed to call her Agnes? I love Agnes, but we'll sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So then, apparently in Okinawa, which is where the Daystrom Institute is, from what I recall, there's like violent revolt amongst everyone. Like, okay, so let me just paint you a picture. I'm sort of casually throwing this aside that everyone knows what the mirror universe is. In the mirror universe of Star Trek, originally made in the 60s, like in the fictional writing timeline outside of, no one's beaming me up. I know that it is a production. I'm aware of that. So in the 1960s, there was an episode of Star Trek where they travel between universes. One's good, one's bad. They do this a bunch. It's not that creative, but it's entertaining. Come on. I wouldn't be here if it weren't. And so they do that. They've done that before. And They're doing it again. Now, also, this is carried through multiple incarnations of this year. I'm babbling about the mirror universe, and I lost my train of thought. So I accept my apology. So there's revolt in Okinawa, and Elnor is there. And Raffi comes to rescue Elnor because she's got ingenuity. She was the first officer to Admiral Picard. Come on. She's got it going on. So I trust her instincts, and I enjoy her character. She is kind of like Sarah Connor in a weird, if you ignore everything about season 1. In fact, I think that it's time that we just acknowledge that we should ignore season 1 right now, because the show has also, never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to keep saying that until I get to where I'm supposed to be. So, who else are we missing? Oh, Agnes. So Agnes is on Earth. She's a mad scientist, because of course she is. She's just the most amazing comedic presence in the entire show. Some people, I can mind the appreciation for people who think that she's awful, but I love Alison Pill, and I will not stop doing that. I think that the performance is great, and I think that she's better than Tig Notaro over on Discovery. And when you're looking for comic relief, I enjoy sardonic and sarcastic, but I would much prefer young lady in a poncho. Agnes wears a poncho most of the episode. It's really an odd. I don't know. I don't want to pry into the actor's life. But no, it looked like she was wearing a tent. Moving on. So Agnes is actually working right beside the Borg Queen, which is the only way that you could possibly travel through time. Except for, no. Sorry. They need the Borg Queen because the Borg Queen is time sensitive across multiple timelines. She can sense Locutus, even though Picard, and they do call him JL in this episode. Sorry, did I titter? I tittered. I'm going to try not to do that again. So, no, but they do call him JL. Raffi specifically. That was more of a sputter than a titter. So, the Borg Queen can sense all the things, because of course she can. It's like Snarf or something. And don't hit me up in the comments. I don't know what Snarf's powers are. So anyway, so we need the Borg Queen because she can sense all life forms across. She's like Guinan, except evil. Like, why didn't you just had Guinan in the last episode, and you decided to take a temporally sensitive individual across time, and you decided that the Borg Queen was your better option as opposed to the Elorian that you saw in the last episode? Well, it seems okay. What's bothering you, Jean-Luc? Well, I got a lot of things bothering me. Let me come with you. Having Whoopi Goldberg play Guinan in a mirror universe capacity. What is an Elorian like in the mirror? Anyway, missed opportunities. No, you know what we should do? We should bring the Borg Queen. Oh, yeah, no. Well, what is Alice Krieger up to? Oh, no. Let's not get her. All right. It's your business, I suppose. So anyway, the thing with Extermination Day or whatever they call it, Captain Picard, or sorry, General Picard has to murder the Borg Queen in front of howling crowds. And President Hansen is there to announce there's a complete xenophobic message from not the Mirror, not the Terran Empire, the Confederation of Planets, not the Terran Empire. Like, will you acknowledge lore? Just acknowledge lore. And I don't mean the ethereal sense of it. I mean the actual evil twin brother of Data, lore. So, there's like planetary shields and transporter malfunctions, and everyone's using holographic interfaces, which is whatever. It's fine. I liked Iron Man as well. But then, it goes on a little too long, and everyone starts to question the loyalty of President Hansen and General Picard. And but we're trying to beam up the Borg Queen and all the things. And there's so many Geratis. There's like a domestic between her and Rios. Yeah. So anyway, just after it's too late, they get beamed up. And they say, "Yay, we got away!" And then people beam on to La Serena. I don't know where any of the holograms are. Like, did you guys even watch season 1? So, and the entire time that this is going on, they do have a confab. They have a little bit of a powwow. Pardon me. They have a staff meeting, and Picard is just like, there's this evil being who is toying with us, who wants us to jump through hoops, but it's a puzzle, and so if we defeat it, and it's just like, not only is he mischaracterizing Q, but he's also like, he's acting as if he read the wiki. Like, there's no sentimentality towards Picard's relationship with Q, which I thought was rather weird. Although, let's hang on just 1 second. I may have skipped over something. Q does like backhand Picard and makes his nose bleed. At which point, and also I did think of Cisco. And it was like, you punched me. You hit me. Picard never hit me. I'm not Picard. I'd like to think that Q backhanding Picard is just a little bit of a nod from a lesson learned from Benjamin Lafayette Cisco. Also, when they go over to the not universe, or not mirror universe, they do say when 7 of 9 wants to talk to Rios, they say, "Oh yeah." So anyway, she has like an attaché, which is her husband, and he's like, I don't know. Maybe they're like a power couple who use each other, and maybe that's the loveless marriage that is supposed to be presented in this Confederation of Planets. But oh yeah, also, Confederate planet Picard collects the heads of people, but only people that you know from other Star Treks, like Gul Dukat, Sarek, General Martok. He collects their heads, which is cool, I guess. It'd be cooler if it was in the mirror universe. Why does Alex Kurtzman have, like, he's ripping off the Thing? He can't. Like, someone has to be doing this. Is it Q? Is he a malevolent dictator? It's ridiculous. Anyway, Then what happens? Oh no, they beam away. They get back onto the La Serena, the not mirror La Serena, and then they get beamed aboard from Loveless husband and 2 security guards, and they are accused of being traitors of the Confederation of Planets. And then it cuts to credits. I liked it. I gotta say, like, there were, and again, for every person who is a fan of Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, the Barble of Narglefoot, this is just as bad. Like, Star Trek Picard is on the same level of quality as the Book of Barble Fett. If you love your Book of Barble Fett, that's fine. I fell out of love with Star Wars ages ago, and I hate to conflate my Star Treks and my Star Wars. My pinks and my blues should not play together, but this is no worse. My flight of fancy over into Picard is like watching something that I'm aware of, that it's not like the good old days, but they show me things. They have glitter. So, yeah. Meanwhile, I should start promoting my new show, Scott Watches the Book of Barble Fett, coming to a channel near nowhere right after Section 31. Oh my God, that show is never coming out. So yeah, no, that was episode 2 of Star Trek Picard season 2. That was called Penance. Oh, I wonder what they'll do next week. Oh, by the way, we may be recapping these with not recapping, but getting thoughts and opinions with everyone's favorite Tiberius Terrier. So, if that's a thing that you guys are interested in, please like, share, subscribe, comment in the comments, and hailing frequencies closed? I don't even know what my sign-off catchphrase is. What is it? Goodbye? Yeah, no, that works. Goodbye. Wait, how do I